Ayo, it's 5 rounds, 5 topics a season. Home of the most controversial opinions. Dropping each round on a Friday. If you're about the top trends, then it's our way. So make sure you subscribe. Believe it or not, the vibe is out here. Whereby the peeps can talk with no fear. Hey, what's the name of the podcast right here? What's happening? This the vibe right here. Pandees be the tribe right here. We about to go live right here. If you're talking about the rounds, then it's 5 right here. What's happening? This the vibe right here. Pandees be the tribe right here. We about to go live right here. If you're talking about the rounds, then it's 5 right here. Hey, yo, hit the like button. You know I'll be checking.
What's going on, good people? Welcome to 5 Rounds. I'm gonna let people join first. My name is One Charlie. If you like vibes, laughter, drama, culture, and a hint of, well, I said drama already. This is the right channel. We got 1,712 subscribers, right? Thank you very much for subscribing to the channel. I see RB there in the comments already saying, what did you say? I went to the Spurs parade and I still made it on time. Ain't nobody talking about Spurs right now. Ain't nobody talking about Spurs.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying.
All right. I thought I'd do a check-in with the Pandees. See what the Pandees are saying. See what the story is. Why am I glitching? Did y'all see that? I'm glitching again. That's crazy. That's crazy. Hold on. Let me get that glitch off because that is annoying. Did it glitch again? Dude, it stopped, didn't it? Okay, it stopped. I'm not going to do anything. Who's on, man? I want to talk to you guys. The Pandees. This show is for the Pandees. You know what I mean? Last week was mental health week. So it's good to check on your friends. So I thought I'd check on you guys. You know what I mean? What's with the certified uncle earpiece? This is actually a dope earpiece. I'm not going to plug the earpiece, but it's a dope earpiece. It's quite affordable. I can't use my AirPods because I put them in the wash. I put them in the wash, so the mic is finished. So I'm looking for good earpieces. So at the minute, I'm stuck with this one, but this one's actually dope. It's actually a dope earpiece. It's just not. It's not something I'd use permanently. And I've been using these earpieces for time. Like, I've been using them for a long time. So I don't know why you're hating. Yeah, so who's on? Gunjan, are you with me? Are you here? And sorry I'm late, guys. I had a last minute call, so I had to take this call. Apologies, guys. Apologies. You know what I'm saying? But I am here now. Yeah, so this, one of the reasons this podcast was launched was because it was a bunch of friends. There's that glitch again. There was a bunch of friends, in COVID. We got together. We thought to keep ourselves busy and also, to speak about things that we care about, things we're passionate about. And, it's also good for mental health. So I thought, let's bring it back to that. And, yeah, glitching again. I'm glitching again. Hold on a sec. Right. 2 seconds. Let's change that chat, he says. Gunjan, what's going on, bro? Just came now. How's the evening? The evening is great, bro. The evening is absolutely fantastic. There we go. It should show up on the screen anytime now. Yeah, anytime now. So, yeah, the evening is great. It's fantastic. I'm just chilling, enjoying the sun. Enjoying the sun and the lighting of the sun. You know what I mean? I'm so happy Gunjan is here, my real friend. Yeah, Cap.
You're telling me the truth.
Hold on. Right. What you guys want to talk about? It's time to check up on each other. Gunjan, how you doing? Have you still got issues with your family, bro? Like, every time we talk about stuff like this, you're always like, yo, how's your mental health after what Spurs have done to you? Hey, brother.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying.
So the only time you come and watch is when you want to cook me. Huh? Let's talk about United. No. Wait, this United is not good for my health right now. United is not good for my mental health. You know, why should we talk about Man United? For what? Let's talk about Arsenal. Let's talk about Arsenal since they started the trophy parade near you guys. You know what I'm saying, bro? Actually, I'm gonna start like this. I almost forgot. So guys, as you know, I joined the Timberland competition. So I joined this competition with Orbit. It was an opportunity to collaborate with Timberland, feature on his album and stuff like that. We made it as far as the quarterfinals. As much as we tried to get through the quarterfinals, we made it as far as the quarterfinals. So we got eliminated in the quarterfinals. So I wanted to thank everybody who voted. I will post this on my page at some point. I want to thank everybody who voted, everybody who took their time to even sign up and put that free vote. Some people bought votes and yeah, all these things. Thank you very much, guys. We got to getting to the quarterfinals alone is an achievement. So I'm very grateful of that. It was an exhausting competition. Gunjan saying you voted every time. Thank you for voting, bro. It was an exhausting competition. Didn't make it. Was gutted. That didn't make it. But I need to thank you. RB says let's not talk about that. No, I need to talk about it so I can thank the people that voted, man. This is how it goes. Anyway, do y'all want to talk about mental health or not? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Did you miss me, Gunjan? So I got some things that we can go through. I was trying to get a friend of mine on she's a mental health nurse, but maybe she'll come on. So mental health checklist, right? Some of the checklists. I got this. RB supplied this. Thank you, RB. Mental health checklist. Did I drink plenty of water? So have you had plenty of water today? Have you moved your body today? Because drinking water is essential, man. Water is life. You know what I'm saying? Without water, most of your organs are gonna fail, isn't it? And you would die quicker without water than food. So definitely need water. Your brain needs water too. Have you moved about? One thing I discovered, exercise is very important. Exercise is massive. For me, it's massive. I used to hate going to the gym, I'll be honest with you, because I felt like it was just a place where people who really are into themselves, people who really love themselves, I felt like it was a place for them. And for somebody like me, I'm not exactly built like, I don't know, Channing Tatum or whatever it is. So it was kind of intimidating for me. You go there and these guys are benching all these things. You go, everybody's perfectly shaped and all. It's kind of intimidating. But when I started going, setting a routine to go, because sometimes I work from home and sometimes you can have a busy day. And when you have a busy day, right? Sometimes you want to just get away. What I wanted was to just get away from that busy day, that busy schedule, just to forget about it for a little bit. And I think for me, the gym gives me a bit of escapism. Same thing as maybe same thing as what the podcast does for you. It might give you a little bit of escapism from reality and stuff like that. So once I do that, I'll come back fresh. I'll come back fresh, like ready to go, ready to tackle the day, basically. The next thing is, am I getting enough sleep? One of my biggest problems. I don't sleep enough. But sleep is important for mental health as well, because you need your brain to recalibrate, and stuff like that. You built like Jason Momoa. Who told you that? Who told you that? Have I been thinking kind thoughts to myself? Okay, that's a bit ridiculous. This one is ridiculous. Is this what oh my god, built like Jason Momoa, not like Jason. What are you built like? So have I been thinking kind thoughts to myself? I guess we can take this for granted. I remember when I spoke about doing faith and I had all these thoughts, you can get carried away sometimes when you don't value yourself, and you don't give yourself props, you can think, oh, I'm not worth it, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, maybe if you take the time to think about something positive that you've done, something positive about yourself, I think it helps. What am I grateful for today? Number 1, life. Number 2, food. Number 3, you guys. You know what I mean? Number 4, I guess I still got a job and still got, yeah, all these things. The one thing I'm not grateful for is Man United not winning the Europa League. Those bottling bastards. Anyway, let's carry on. Did I take a break from screens and social media? Yes, I do this a lot. Even though I'm online, and I do all these things, I like to take a break from social media a lot these days. I intentionally put my phone down and just get away from it and do something else. Because I feel like you can get sucked in. The TikToks of today, like you go on TikTok, there's something for you every time, everywhere, whatever it is. What are your thoughts so far on this, guys, on this checkup? Whoa, we stand at number 3. Whoa, we stand at number 3. 1, 2, 3. Getting enough sleep. Yeah, so take a break off of social media. You know, bro basically asked if you touched grass. If you touched grass. Okay, let me. So, Mr. Zichik, you're here to troll, huh? You're here to troll. Okay, let me see what people are saying. People are saying, free vote, you got 6th position. I think you got a feature, or top 4 will get a feature. No. 6th position. So, bro, it was 6th position in the group finals. There was more things to go. Semifinals, finals. I think the finals are happening now. Got it, but it is what it is. I get alone, I watch wildlife, RB, but with you, I would watch a tree with you like Adam and Eve. What are you implying there? Do I have a loved one? You know what I'm saying? I don't have a love soundbite. There is a tree with orange leaves. Okay. All right. What do you guys think of the stuff so far? Look up who he is before you diss me. I was big upping you. It was Jason Momoa, man. Is it one of those Jason Momoa, the oh, Mr. What's his name? Nah, no Bill like him. Mr. Aquaman. And he's old. You know what I mean? A feature with Timberland or not. Whoa, we stand at number 3. Whoa. Okay. What number 3? Did not tell. Okay, bro basically asked if you touch grass. I respect it. Okay. Take a walk outside. Is it okay? Yeah, taking a walk is good. Do you not know who Jason Momoa is? I just remembered who he is. You're old yourself, old man. Yeah, Anna's in the chat now. Anna's in the chat to violate me. You know, what's wrong with y'all? What's wrong with y'all? You know what I'm saying? Anna, come on, man. What have I done to deserve this? What have I done to deserve this? What an embarrassing moment in time. Exactly who told you that you are young? I am young. Thank you. Jay-Z did a song called Forever Young. You know, this is meant to be a mental health thing, but it seems like you guys are just hell-bent on bullying. Shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you guys. You know? Man, he was ready to chew me up the whole time. I'm complimenting him. You're forever old.
I just come to let y'all know, put some respect on my name. Put some respect on it. When y'all saying my name, put some respect on it. Put some respect on it. I ain't gonna say it no more. And I ain't gonna say it no more.
I thought we were gonna be nice to each other today, guys. I thought so. Anyway, I'll maintain my peace. It's, you know, Mental Health Week was last week, and you people want to be doing this trolling business. All right, cool. Do I do something kind for someone else? When was the last time you guys did something kind for someone else? You know what I mean? All I see is just rudeness, or like sending a super chat. You know, like Melina. Be like Melina. Have I showered is part of the mental health checklist. Well, shouldn't you say have I taken a bath or showered? Because just a shower. Yo, people skip that. I wish I wish I was nice to you. Run me some FIFA coins, G. I haven't got enough, bro. I ain't got enough. Run me some FIFA coins. Have I spent time outside in the fresh air? So have you guys gone outside? Have I eaten regular meals? Yeah, for me. Oh, that's the nice thing you did for me, Anna, when you gave me time. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Gave me time. Huh? Okay, sorry. Gunjan says this thing these days is you get consumed, you get consumed in and just increase your capacity. You don't get away from it. You take a painkiller, you get more consumed in it. You either sleep or work. Yeah. Gunjan, I get what you're saying, but you gotta have a work-life balance. You gotta have it. It's important. Who else? Because depression, because people to neglect themselves. That was my charity for the week. Am I a charity case? Anna, this is a violation. This is a violation. No. Anna, why don't you call RB? She says you never call her. Why don't you call RB? Ooh. Dun, 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 dun. Why don't you call RB? Huh? Anna's gone quiet. Yeah, so the steps, I'm gonna go through them quickly. Mental health checklist. Do you drink enough water? Do you, move about enough? Are you sleeping enough? Have you been thinking kind thoughts about yourself? What are you grateful for today? In fact, guys in the chat, what are you grateful for today? Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Have you taken a break from screens and social media? Did you do something kind for someone? Have you showered? Have you spent time outside in the fresh air? And are you eating regular meals? Or RB, I don't have your number. You're a United fan this week. All you guys are getting is charity. Gunjan says he's grateful for RB. Mad. I gave you multiple opportunities, Anna. That's one. Okay. I'm moving on. I am moving swiftly on. Let's see what else we got. Let's see what else we got. Right. Apparently, there's more things. 10 things to prioritize your mental health. I am grateful for the 5 Rounds podcast. Okay, not enough opportunity. Wow. Anna's in the kosh. So check in with yourself daily, not just your calendar. What does that mean? What the hell does that mean? Okay, you know what? I am grateful for my free merch that I never received. Where's the accusations? Where is the accusations? Come on. Here we are.
Accusations. These are not accusations. This is false accusation.
Come on, man.
Jesus is Lord.
See, Anna, if you called me, you would have stood a chance. Who are you? Stood a chance. You were standing chances. Right. So, guys, how do you support someone with a mental illness? In fact, how do you know someone has a mental illness? Let's start there. Let me ask you that question. How would you know and if you start coming out with, hey, the person's crazy, guys, out. Mod privileges out. How do you tell somebody has a mental illness or has a problem mentally? And when I say mental illness, I'm saying this person is not normal according to themselves, because sometimes we conform to society and say normal according to society, but according to themselves. Like, how do you know that this person is not okay? For instance, your friend, or how do we know that Gunjan is not okay? I'll give you an example. When he starts talking about fighting his talking about his childhood. That's when I started thinking, we need to pay attention to Gunjan here, I'm grateful for free much that I never forget your French. Right, here we go. Point number 1. At some point in your life, we are all of these. What? Okay. They support United. It should be the first sign. The one with the monies. Spell monies correctly, maybe. Guys, I asked you a question. How can you tell somebody has a mental illness? How can you tell somebody is not okay? Maybe let's put it, because I don't like this knowing somebody has a mental illness, because where I'm from, when somebody says mental illness, you belong in the crazy house. You know what I mean? It's not necessarily that, is it? How can you tell somebody has a mental illness? That is the question here. What is this? Is this too serious for you guys on a Friday? Any switch off they have, if they go silent or they're absent. But okay. Can you elaborate on that? Can you elaborate on that? What do you mean? Let's see. Elaborate. In fact, Anna, come on. Help us out here. Help us out. How can you tell somebody has a mental illness? It's in a classroom. What's going on? Just a discussion. Now they go quiet. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it's difficult to tell because people change. Things change people. For example, in COVID and coming out of COVID, personalities change. Like for me, I was very outgoing. I like going out a lot, but I had a lot of anxiety going out, because, in COVID, COVID weight, stress, all these things, and the anxiety to meet people, you're like, hey, what if it's not the same, and whatever it is, So that itself, you could say, was bothering me. So with what I've said, people do change over time. Sometimes people change over time, they adapt to whatever the situation is. I've got tinnitus. It can be diagnosed ringing in the ears. We cannot find somebody has a mental illness. Well, it's one of those things you can't see. Maybe it's not something you can just detect. Maybe let's put it that way. Yes, but that was 5 years ago, and now you're 40, so it comes with age. Are you being ageist, RB? Are you being ageist? This is a serious conversation. I'm not here to play around. I'm not here for funny jokes, In fact, the joke wasn't funny, let me put it that way. I'm not here for that. I'm trying to have a conversation. I'm trying to have a serious conversation, but you lot want to just joke around. Right. Since you guys don't want to, it's difficult to tell if somebody has a mental illness unless they tell you or they've been diagnosed and all these things. It's difficult to tell. But if you can see it, right, there are some things that you should, I guess, supporting somebody with a mental illness. Listen to them, firstly. Be patient. Okay, sorry, I apologize. I don't want to be on the bad side of geriatrics. It's hard to tell if someone has a mental illness. Absolutely. But if you think they do, right, how do you deal with it? How do you deal with it? What I've got here is be patient with someone, spend time with them, but give them space if they ask. Well, how do you know? Some people might not know how to ask, or might not even know, or might just tell you, I want space from number one. No, don't spend time with me. Leave me alone. I want to be in this, whatever. You know what I mean? Remind them of how much they mean to you. This is love bombing now. For me, I feel like it's love bombing. Maybe some people appreciate that, but sometimes I think you got to know the person. I feel like on that one, listen empathetically when they want to vent. This is an important point. A lot of people want to talk. People just want to talk, and if you can tell somebody just wants to talk, let them talk. Just listen to them, let them talk. Look after your own mental health. You cannot, the spelling's wrong here. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Yeah, it's true. It's true, but it doesn't mean because your cup's empty, Bass. Just wait. Yeah, well. It's love bombing for you because you don't have love in your heart.
Emotional damage.
I feel like the microphone are the sound effects loud? Are they too loud? Just let me know. Somebody let me know, please, because I can't tell. And sometimes when I listen to the audio podcast, I'm like, damn, that's loud. Anybody, somebody, anybody, everybody. Okay. When somebody tells you that you have a mental illness, you tell them, I'm just trying to figure out the life. Kuchad. But if someone you know, yeah, so Anna says, if someone you know is presenting in a different way than they normally do, but you would need to be patient with them and try your best to support them as much as you can. I get that. It's not love, it's love bombing. Okay, I read that one. It's love bombing because you have no love in your heart. The trick is to be good enough as a friend and a person, and they can confide in you. Okay, cool. I think, yeah, spending time with people. Mental illness, there are two things. One is genetic disorder and the other one is trauma. No, they're more than that, I think, anyway. But the other person is genetic disorder. No, they're not loud. Okay, cool. They're not loud. Lovely. Thank you, Anna, one of the chief moderators. Where is the baby high? But the other person also gets happy that he is going through some trauma like me. Okay. All right, cool. I hear that. So yeah, it's difficult. I think in this day and age, it's difficult, but it's very prominent. I'll be pulling up at someone's houses from now on because you guys have taught me to spend time with them. You gotta know what people need, isn't it? You gotta know what people need. Kind of pull up people's houses. Whoa, Anna, chief moderator now, huh? I said one of the chief moderators. One of them. You guys literally have the same spanner. What's wrong with you? Yeah, so I think spending time with people, just listen to them. I think the first thing is just to listen to people, your friends, whoever it is, listen to them and hear them out. You might not be able to help them, but I feel like a problem shared is half solved. Well, feel like that is actually nobody is stripping you of your title. This is why she ain't calling me, you guys. You guys been digging my mod spot on your phone calls. Okay, bit of animosity going on here. Yeah.
Look at this. Somebody come look at this. Look at this. Somebody come and look at this. Look at this.
Look. Why do we celebrate Mental Health Awareness Month? Mental Health Awareness Month is crucial because it helps break down stigma, encourages early intervention, and fosters understanding and empathy. By raising awareness, we normalize conversations about mental health, making it easier for people to seek help when needed and fostering supportive communities. Increased awareness can lead to improved access to resources and services, ultimately enhancing overall well-being for individuals and society as a whole. Right. The celebrating part, I like. The awareness part, I like, but there's one thing that needs to improve: the support element, right? I feel like it is not as approachable as it should be. I feel like I can sort my problems better and quicker through my friends, my peers, family, all these people. I know that, in the past we've said, yeah, there's Samaritan, there's a few other organizations that are there. But if you now look into these things, how quick is it for you to speak to someone or get advice or get the information you need? Because don't forget, people retain information in a different way. And I understand the limitations of these sort of organizations, right? But if we're saying we're truly trying to tackle this thing, because normally when people are going through this, they're alone, right? They're alone in their thoughts and they're going to do things that they feel is the right thing for themselves, right? So if you're telling this person to click here, click there, call this number, do this, or if they call a number and that person's not available, or there's no some sort of guide to it, I feel like that part we need to do a little bit better. If it means using technology, because now we've got AI, I get it. It's AI, it's a robot, whatever it is, it's a computer. But then if it's a supercomputer with some responses, some maybe, I'm thinking in an IT sense because, obviously IT, maybe some pre-generated prompts, things that can help someone in the meantime, because I feel like accessibility is an issue, and it's not just me. There are friends that I've spoken to, people who called me, whenever you call mental health fitness lines, there's someone to answer all the time. Is there, Anna? Is there? Because some of the ones that I was looking at, because sometimes, don't get me wrong, when you call these things, it doesn't mean you're wrong or there's something wrong with you, but sometimes just to check up. So, okay, fine. Anna, can you please demonstrate which ones work in your opinion? Because in my opinion, I felt like I needed to click through some shit before I can get to someone. Okay, they don't miss calls. I get it. But how easy is it for me to get one of them, the main popular one, Samaritans? Okay, cool. All right, cool. You know what? Maybe it's just based on my experience, but I feel like even when I saw the menu, I'm like, hey, okay, if you're going through this, you're going through that, you're going through that. Or maybe it's just my stubbornness, to be honest with you. Yeah. And it's free to call. Okay, that's great. Absolutely. Absolutely great. I told them, yeah. RB is a busy girl. She's a businesswoman, so busy women. It's you having zero patience. Who's going to have patience when they're going through shit, man? Who? You tell me one person. I'm telling you, I had a friend call me. This is what's going on. Blah, blah, blah. Who's going to pay? I just have to listen. I have to drop it. And that if that person is my friend, I have to drop everything and listen to you, give you some advice, give you whatever it is. Like that was for me in that moment. I felt I needed to adopt that. The fact that person felt like they had no one to turn to and all these things. And I've been in those positions before. So I don't know. I value friendships to get me through things like that, friendships and families more than these other things. Because I feel like you have to start from zero, number one. Then there's this, honestly, just my experience was not great. I was just like, how can I get to this? How can I get to this doctor? But I can't really reveal everything that happened because obviously it ties to, yeah, conflict of interest. Let's put it that way. Anna, I'm not trying to offend anybody, hey. I'm just giving you based on my experience. But if you're saying that Samaritans actually, yeah, okay, that's good. That is good, to be honest with you. Do you guys know the official mental health logo or color? You guys know what the official mental health color? Let me see the logo. There's Mind. Yes, I've heard of Mind. Sure, mental health. Green. Hey. Logo. Anna switched on today. It's a green ribbon. It's a green ribbon. It's a green ribbon. Now, okay, that's good. Parenting. I'm talking about old school parenting, and I'm putting you on an automated just so you know. One time, this is the thing that you just mentioned. Friend call you this and this happens. This does not work. The third party is going through a bad trip and also involving you out of friendship. yeah, I think if I can handle it, I have to try and get the right people involved, but also the right way. Yeah, the right way. I feel like, for example, I know we're here online chatting and all these things, but if something's going on with someone, no one's going to necessarily just go, "Hey, this is what's going on with me. This is the problem." Sometimes people do that privately, basically. So I wanted to ask about parenting, right? Build your own inner resilience. I get that, but I feel like you need friends. Friends give you strength. The pandees give me strength because sometimes, believe me, I don't like sitting on here and having on my own and having a chat. Obviously, I'm talking to you guys, but having a chat, like, it's difficult for me. I value connection with people. I value conversations with people. So even I need you guys. The fact that you turn up every week, I feel like I let you down if I don't turn up for you, because I feel like as much as I need you, you need me. So we both have a responsibility to each other, isn't it? Oh wow! So the ultimatum is friendship. There's another conversation going on in the chat. So I wanted to ask, guys, with all this mental health stuff, do you feel like, now let's go to parenting, like parents, do parents understand, or are we still like, do you find it easier to have this conversation with your parents, people that have grown, they're old school, not really aware of what's going on, and also some in their minds will say, what is this? This is just utter woke nonsense, as people say. Do you guys feel like you can have this conversation about mental health with your parents? Because I remember having one type of conversation around it, and not saying that it was an apprehensive type of conversation, just saying that it was out of a lack of knowledge. But like when somebody decides, yeah, but I know this person and this is not right, or they're not doing the right thing, and then I come to you and say, what if it is because of A, B, C, D, or because that person is just an introvert, or whatever it is, you know and you let us down when you show up late. Do you know how anxious I get, worried, sick? Oh, please. Don't worry about it. I was actually on time today, but I got a call. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Not in a black culture, because they'll think you're crazy. And this is what I'm trying to say. Like, how are we going to get past that barrier? Is it that we're just going to allow our parents or people that maybe don't want to learn, don't want to understand it? Are we just going to ignore? Because I tell you what, I know people who have triggers from their parents, and they have learned the triggers and learned how to avoid them. But then what happens when you hit, like when shit hits the fan, as people say? What happens? What do you do then? How do you deal with things like that? That is the question. That is the question. Really, my birthday is around Christmas as well. It's very hard to have this conversation with parents, mostly because different generations have different struggles. They do seem to think we have it so much easier than them just because of technology. We are exposed to a lot of things at one point, at one period of time, more than any other generation would have ever had, right? We have everything at the palm of our hand, good or bad. So to say it's easier, I would disagree straight away. For example, I could tell my parents that don't click that email that says congratulations, you won $1 million, because they don't know that they're going to get scammed, right? And that could ruin their life savings. Like, you worked so long, and then all of a sudden, boom, you click this link and you've lost a lot of money. Peter International in the building. What's going on? What is going on? Good evening. We're talking about mental health. I wanted to, the question is, do you know, like, do you think that you can have a conversation around mental health with your parents? Do they understand better? Are they coming to the table better? Because, some people saying growing up, parents are used, parents didn't have these struggles. They had different struggles, for example, or they were not as aware as they are now, in a sense, Um, it's changing with generations now. It's not so much a touchy topic. to discuss. But the older generation definitely doesn't believe mental health is a reason for anything. In my country's culture, no such thing as anxiety or depression. Yeah, even in Malawi, where I come from, a lot of people think if that's just you're crazy, you belong in the mental institute, basically. Nothing much. How are you guys doing? Oh yes, well that's a good topic. Yeah, it really is. I thought we'd talk about it. I just wanted to do a mental checkup with the people that watch the podcast, with everyone who's here, just see how you're doing. Because if you're going through some stuff, and for guys that are going to watch it after this, so after we go live, put your comments. I want to hear what you think. What are your thoughts? Do your parents speak to you about it? How do you look after your friends? Especially when they have an issue, when they have a mental illness, and how can you tell somebody's got a mental illness, and how do you approach it? Because first of all, coming from a background that thinks mental illness is, you're crazy. How do you approach it with a friend? How do you know how they're going to take it, and stuff like that? I want to know. I want to learn. Let's see. Who called me the other Anna? Oh boy. Gunjan says there are two things. People catch other people and regurgitate immediately. That suggests a lack of character. You have to digest it and look for long-term relationships. You don't go. Okay. The Nigerian host from the 5M podcast. What was it? This demon? Was it this demon of a host? No, it wasn't me. It was the baby high. Remember the baby high said the other Anna. I said the other Anna like a long time ago. Then the baby high said it again. That we have two Annas. Call now. Let's see it. He will get an earful after this live ends. It wasn't me, Anna. It wasn't me. Jeez. It was you, demon. I feel like insulting me is good for your mental health. Some of you find love, etc. will be okay. No, Gunjan, because sometimes relationships are also not good for your mental health. You just admitted you started it. I didn't start it. Good. The baby I wasn't here when I said that, and it wasn't about you, Anna. It was the other Anna. Oh, and she was upset as well. But look, Wantali, remember, I know where you guys. Seriously, you do know we're online. You just admitted you started it. Yeah, but still, even if I started it, people, even if I started it, it was somebody else who refreshed it, and it was Anna. This one applied to this Anna. Last time it was the other Anna. We need to have. I even said I need to put like surnames or the initial of a surname. That's what I said. And, wow, stirring the pot. Is this good for anyone's mental health? Is this good for anyone's mental health? I have a spanner next to my name. Yes, you do. Yes, we know. And I said you don't need to abuse your. Yeah, but you do, Anna. Okay, unless I'm looking at the screen, maybe one day I need to show you what I can see when you guys chat. That spanner is not there. It just says Anna. That's all it says. That's all it. Do you know what? Hold on a minute. Give me a second. Let me show you what I'm talking about, because you lot think I'm joking. Where is it? Hold on a minute. Front camera. Let's go back camera when it decides to change. Back camera. Yeah. Here we go. What does that look like? Does that look like I can see who's got a spanner and who's not? Huh? Tell me that, big man. Tell me that. Anyway, I'm going back to the right. Thank you for the advice, RB. No, you guys want to find someone to blame. Yeah, you want just find someone to blame. That's your problem. You know what I'm saying? Back in. Friend call you this, and this happens. You disconnect immediately. Yeah, man. See, Gunjan's backing me out. Slash only 3 tires. What? Because the insurance covers it if it's 4. RB, how do you know that detail? Huh? Anytime. And you're agreeing to this.
That's a red flag, bruv.
Massive red flag. You know my car, eh? I mean, technically, it's not my car, is it? Also, the car's got a camera, so, you'll be caught in broad daylight. I am a professional. Yes, professional red flag, innit? The hell's going on here? It's not good for my mental health.
You don't find that suspicious.
Right. Is there anything else you guys want to speak about? In fact, let's start. That's fine. How would you know if it's me if I'm in a blacked out balaclava? I'm not being funny, Anna. Unless the world doesn't know, yeah, I would know you because of yes. What's happening in a few months? I would know because I'll be like, this person said it online. You literally just said it online, and then obviously, then the accent. Then the accent. Also, let's see, he's got a dash cam, and I just keep out of view. Okay. Sugar in the tank also does wonders. Yeah, but you can't open a thingy cap because they're locked. You can't open a fuel cap. For Mercedes anyway. I don't know about other cars. They're locked. I'll do it after I give birth then. You won't have time. Your baby will be with you all the time. Why would you do? You guys are terrible. I'm Vusa. Mental health. I'm not listening to your bad energy. I'll babysit Anna. Don't mind him.
She's moving like a detective, bruv.
Chichewa word of the week. I was gonna say because of what you guys are saying, you lot are crazy. I got you. I'm a professional there too. This is crazy. This is crazy. I need to think of a show of the week. Okay, Kusa Malana, looking after each other. Make it Green Demon. Well, I can't make it Green Demon, can I? Anyway, 5 shots and chill. Next week, Ovi says he'll be there. I will check if Fashion's gonna be there. Mopa ain't gonna be there. He's a busy man. But I was trying to get Mopa back on so he can reclaim his quiz championship. Are y'all ready for the quiz on so next week? Make sure you bring your drinks. So I'm drinking now. So there you go. A Green Demon is Wantali Gunjan. Okay. What's a green demon? Kunjan asking questions. We'll see if the fact checker, aka definitely not Francis, is also going to come. Mopa is down the spiral now that United is in the mud again. Wow. Why is he catching strays? What else? What else we got? What else we got? What else we got? What else have we got? Guys, can we get to 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year? Is it possible? Would it be possible to get to 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year? I'll be shorting some water. Why are messages getting retracted? Can we crown Anna for the baby? We don't do sympathy votes. What are you talking about? You win fair and square. You win fair and square. So yeah, 5 shots to chill. For the guys that have not been on, it's a madness. I'll give up my championship. You ain't got one. You ain't got one. So we have a quiz. We look at some crazy videos. We react to that. We have fun. We have some forfeits as well. Each person, the host, the panelists, will have 5 shots as penalties to go. So if if the chat votes for someone to take a shot, take a shot. There are forfeits for the chat as well. So be there next week, guys. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be sort of like the birthday thing. If you guys haven't checked out the 5 rounds birthday, that was lit. If you guys haven't checked that out, go check it out because it's gonna be mad. It's gonna be mad. I'm going to have to push this baby out in a few months. Show some sympathy, demon. Okay. RB says, I know I'm matching United this season, trophyless. Okay. Ha 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 ha. What a nice joke. Ha 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 ha. Like somebody trolling a football person, but they don't even watch football. Like I don't understand that. I don't understand that. Speaking of people that are trophyless, how's AJ doing? Huh? How's AJ doing? Tell me that. Tell me that, big man. Why ain't he in a ring? His friends are fighting. Why ain't he in a ring? You know what I'm saying? That's right. Ain't nobody want to fight a loser. And I'm trolling you again about AJ. Trolling you about AJ. That's right. Now Dubois got the fight with Usyk, isn't he? Because AJ bottled it. AJ, is what Tottenham used to be. Spursy. Bottling things. That's what he used to do. Because he's injured, mate. Surgery on his elbow. Oh, boo-hoo. AJ Furnace went out. That's right. His furnace went out. Did he even have one? Guy was cold. Just not even the cool ice cold. He was cold. He was finished. Done out here. No career. I mean, he's rich, but sorry, AJ. You're an icon, but I wouldn't say icon, maybe legend, but I sort of had higher hopes, to be honest with you. I had higher hopes. Yeah, so where are the trolls, huh? Why aren't you trolling me? The other Anna, come out. Since we're trolling each other, come out. Y'all think I need AJ for? Y'all think what I need AJ for? He needs the belts. Show us your boxing skills then, sir. Did I say I'm a boxer? Did I say I'm a boxer? The only never mind. Did I say I'm a boxer? What me and him be doing don't need no accessories. This is what we call delusion. This is what we call the illusion.
Lord have mercy. Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Oh, you're saying you have AJ. All you have is
you don't have anything. No, you don't have anything. No.
You don't have AJ.
You are empty.
Finished. Who else? Who's next? I'll cook everybody. Who's next? Who is next? Anybody? Anybody? Nobody. No takers. We just keep our relationship private. You don't need to know much. The relationship is so private, even AJ doesn't know about it. You know what I'm saying? Even AJ
Emotional damage.
don't know about it. Anything else? Your hopes are high, thinking you're cooking someone. Yeah, the chat. So far, you barely put on the stove, mate. No cooking in this kitchen. You don't even know where the kitchen's at. Anything else? I want news from RB. Something fresh. This is getting embarrassing. Chat.
All I can tell you is one thing: cry more.
All right, guys, listen, I am gonna go. Have a great weekend. Look after your friends, look after yourselves, do those steps, the mental health checklist, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you're eating right, make sure you're sleeping well. I think it's time to log out. Make sure you're sleeping well, make sure you're eating well, make sure you exercise, it's important, and all those good things. Yeah, so look after each other. Make sure you also write down the Chichewa words of the week, because we'll be having steals on Friday. Wait, what's the date on Friday? Somebody tell me what the day is. Anyway, Friday, 5 shots of chill. Yo, we'll be drinking. I'll be drinking. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do this. It's gonna be raw, uncut. It's gonna be unplugged. No holds barred. Please, YouTube, don't demonetize us. But it is what it is. Guys, listen, have a good, and if there's somebody you think you want to see on 5 shots and chill as well, guys, let me know. Yeah. All right, people, have a good evening. It's been one Charlie, mental health, and the Pandees acting naughty, calling me demons and stuff. Shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you.